Today, I'm going to show you how to break through the barber plateau. You're fully booked out, your haircuts are clean, but your motivation, income, growth, and everything else feels stuck. I get it. You've been cutting hair for 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. You're established, people respect your work in your city, but it just feels like you've hit a ceiling. If that sounds like you, then this video is for you. For those who don't know me, my name is Pablo. I'm a professional barber and I help barbers make $10,000 a month by restructuring their business and sharpening their mindset. So, let's talk about why this plateau happens to every barber, but more importantly, how to get past through it. So, first things first is you're extremely busy, but you're not strategic. What does strategic look like? Strategic is keeping track of the numbers, how much haircuts you're doing a week, a month, how much are you making, what are your time blocks. All of that comes into play. If you're just cutting hair, repeating the same thing over and over, not gathering data, unfortunately, you're going to get left behind. Unfortunately, that makes you an average barber. But fortunately, it's a very fixable problem. And I'm going to show you how. So it's not just your barber business that you need to have under control. It's your whole life. I use Booksy to keep my barber business organized, and I use the Google Calendar to keep my daily life organized. Those two go hand in hand. If one of those two is off, everything else is going to be off. If not today, it's going to be tomorrow. Trust me. I've been there where everything has been a downward spiral, keeping track of nothing, and I'm just going with the motion and just stuck, living a super fast life with no true results. So first things first is you need a booking app. You're established already. You can't just go off notes anymore. You are not a beginner. Get yourself a booking app, either Booksy, Square, the Cut app. Find an app that works for you. Ask your barber homies what they use and get recommended something today, as soon as this video is over. Start booking your clients on there. Yes, I get it. You're also going to have last minute clients through text, call, but majority of your clients need to come from the booking app. Or even if they text you, you have to manually book them on the app. Secondly, everything else outside of barbering, you need to put it in your Google Calendar app or the calendar app, whatever. Check it out. Wake up 6 a.m. Morning routine 6 a.m. to 6:30. Gym 7 to 8. Come home, clean up 8 to 8:30. You guys see how that is now? It's like appointments now. Everything is well structured. Cut hair 10 to 5. But that 10 to 5, now I go over to my booking app. Who am I cutting? What type of haircut? How long is each service going to take? Track down the little things. What am I going to do in between this gap? How long do I think I'm going to take on this client? All those things are crucial. They're critical. So now that you have your haircuts organized and your outside life, you need to track numbers. Figure out an estimate of what you make a month. 5, 6, 7, 8,000, whatever. Keep track of how many haircuts you're doing a week. You need to track every dollar coming in and every dollar coming out. Now you have a number at the end of the month. That's going to give you a very clear visual of what the fuck you've been doing all this time cutting hair. Sometimes that's all it takes for you to look at that number and you instantly do a full 180. Once you have data, you can maneuver strategically. And don't feel bad because every barber has been there. I've been there. Your favorite celebrity barber that's popping on Instagram, going crazy on YouTube, behind the camera, they have also dealt with these problems, but they're not always going to give you the game, but I am. So keep track of your haircuts, keep track of what you're doing outside of the barber chair, and keep track of how much you're making. Now, number 2, you're undercharging for the value you bring to the table. You've been cutting for some years now. You're established. You know you're a good barber. Your clients know you're a good barber. Your city knows you're a good barber. But you're burnt out. You're taking in way too many last minute clients, squeezing in way too many people. It's getting to the point where you're sacrificing your long-term money for short-term money. What does that mean? You're doing so many haircuts, you're not focusing on content anymore. You're not trying your very best on every haircut anymore. You're burnt out. Your mind is just money, 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 clients, which is fine to a certain extent. But if you don't give yourself time to unwind and strategize for how to scale and move forward in your business, then you're moving backwards. You need to raise your prices. Minimum $5, but $10 is a sweet spot. If you're charging 40 and you're annoyingly booked out, crazy booked out, people have to book weeks in advance, go to 50. If you're at 50, go to 60. Simple. If you're at 60, go to 70. And I get it. What if I lose clients? You're going to lose clients. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. You're going to lose clients. But you're going to lose the clients that don't serve you anymore. You're now moving forward. You're growing. But that's why there are upcoming barbers who can serve them. There is a barber for everybody and there is a client for everybody. Because you don't have time anymore. If you're burnt out cutting hair, cutting the whole city, your mind isn't right, you're not giving your best on every haircut, you shouldn't be cutting hair at that point. So raise your prices 3 weeks to maybe max 2 months. You should be a little slower. But in that slow time, you need to take full advantage. Keep your shop as clean as possible, reorganize it, record as much content, edit as much as you can, promote yourself. So you need to stop undercharging for what you bring to the table. Identify exactly how much value you bring to the table and adjust accordingly. Next is you stop perfecting your craft. You got too comfortable. Every barber goes through this, myself included. But why does this happen? I'll tell you why. It's so easy to get caught up in the fast money. You just get paid, you do another haircut, you get paid again, and it's like, I'll make it again tomorrow. You don't have a boss that's consistently grading you, which is a benefit of being a barber. But if you don't become your own boss and if you don't become your own CEO, you're going to fall behind. So here's what I want you to do. From now on, moving forward, every haircut, do it with intention. Pretend like it's an Instagram haircut. Yeah, now you're going to try harder. If you know you're going to post this cut on Instagram, mentally you approach the haircut differently. You approach it with intent. You start taking out guidelines with precision. You start doing his lineup with precision. And the haircut overall, it's more sharper. It has that X factor. Clients aren't dumb. Clients know when you're not trying, and clients know when you're actually trying on the haircut. And if you're consistently trying, guess what? You're going to get more tips. You're going to get better clientele. And overall, your business is going to go in an upward spiral. You need to continue to invest in yourself. Just because you made it, that just means you made it for now. Whatever you do as a barber, it's just for now. Oh, I made $1,000 today for today. Tomorrow, you might make $200. Like I said, you need to continue trying to be the best version of yourself. You need to continue investing in yourself. Not only will your clients notice it, but your results will show. You're going to get better clientele. You're going to be able to raise your prices. Everything is going to have a structure. You don't get to the top by accident. Talent and just being good enough can only take you so far until you hit a plateau like you are. Like I did. Like every other barber did. But to reach that next level, you use what you know and you strategize with it. So I want you to do everything that I've told you thus far. Implement it starting right now as soon as this video is over. And I guarantee you're going to reach a next level of barbering. You're now going to get to the point where barbers are asking you for advice. Barbers are going to ask you to critique their haircuts, ask you how much they should charge. Bro, should I charge 10 or 15? Once you get to that point, you know you're doing something right. So I want you to implement these things if you have hit a barber plateau. If you have any more questions, comment down below. I also have a free email list where I give out free game that never makes it to any of my social medias. It's down below. Share it to any other barber that needs free game. Also, Slept On Industries has just dropped their brand new Dreams Don't Happen When You Sleep collection. We have 3 colorway heavyweight materials, 3 crew necks. We have a gray one, a red, and a pink, and we have a full zip up hoodie. But as far as your barber plateau, do everything that I told you, and I guarantee you're in for a better business, better clientele, better money, and just a faster way to make $10,000 plus a month.